Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I just got to talking to my boy T. We're talking Lakers just now, and it's a lot of good dialogue there, man. I think what it really comes down to is he still believes, and as I told you guys on a previous video where I mentioned that he was giving me some pointers to give to you guys, he still believes that LeBron James' son could potentially be going early. Now, I don't think he's going to go as early as T thinks he's going to go. But I do see some teams in that first round, now that we know the order of the draft, that if they decided to do something crazy, I'm conditioning my mind to not be caught off guard by it. One team is the Houston Rockets at 3. Now, I don't actually know that they will use the 3rd overall pick for Bronny, but they may trade down and they have the assets to do it. Why? Because as I said in the previous video as well, the Rockets are a team that has a bunch of young players, and they did not appear to be in love with the development process, despite having a plethora of young players that are going to be stars tomorrow. They're almost in a space where the Lakers were when we had all of those young players before Bron got here, itching to get out of that situation and into a win-now situation. For whatever reason, they don't have the patience, it seems, to develop all that they have. So I think if anybody's going to throw the value of a 3rd pick away, it's a team like the Rockets, who have all their starting lineup solidified with young players, but a desire to get older. So if anybody wants to use Bronny as a means of possibly trying to get Bron, I think the Rockets would not be the craziest team to consider doing some craziest possible type stuff. So that's what I want to say there. Also, I look at teams with 2 picks in the first round. I look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs. They need a guard. I don't know that Bronny would fit that bill. Obviously, you wouldn't expect that he would. But if they want to get older and work in a way that allows them to get Bronny James to try to take LeBron James from us, they got 2 picks to do it. Not to mention whatever they may have in the second round. So I think that that's a team to pay attention to in that regard. Of course, the New York Knicks, who have all the picks in the world in future seasons, could trade some of those picks or trade down or take them in the second round to try to lure Bron away from us. And then, of course, a team like the Portland Trailblazers, who have multiple picks themselves, they may want to do something like that because they have multiple first-round picks at 7 and 14. So, not that I expect anybody's going to do anything completely crazy, but I'm conditioning myself and conditioning you all to not be caught off guard by somebody doing something crazy, because some of these teams are positioned just right to where if they want to do something crazy, it ain't going to hurt them too bad. OKC is another team. If they take them at, 11 or whatever pick they have, wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world for them to try to get Bronny as a means of getting LeBron James from us. I don't know that he would sign with any of those teams if his son is drafted, but I don't know that he wouldn't. And that's what we need to be considering. So, yeah, man, that's really what it is. Just working into the equation T's theory that somebody's going to step on all the politics just to get a chance at this kid in hopes of luring LeBron James away from the team. So I don't know. It may happen. It may happen. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. So that's really my point of view. I don't think that's going to happen, but to not be caught off guard, you better start thinking about stuff like that, especially in a year like this where the draft isn't that great. It's not a great draft prospect class, and it's not like Bronny James is doing a bad job in the combine. He's doing fantastic with his testing. So that just raises his value, as we said earlier this morning. The idea that somebody would want to come get him at a sooner than second round draft position is starting not to be as crazy as maybe it would have been 2 days ago. So he did have 4 points, 4 rebounds, I think, in the game tonight, or today, rather, with the scrimmage in the combine. So that kind of helps him kind of tempering it back down to his averages in college, so that people don't expect that just because he tested well that he's going to, come out and average 25 points or something like that. That would really help if he continues to just keep his stats low and he keep his value low, because the way that he tested yesterday, it makes it so that people want to draft him earlier than they should. And that's not good for your LA Lakers at all, who are trying to get him and don't want to use the 17th overall pick to do so. So yeah, that's something to take a look at. And look, the 4 points that he scored were off of 2 floaters, 2 very impressive floaters. I ain't gonna lie. And the idea is that young, small guards who are like his height at 6'1", even though he's listed at 6'4", he was measured out to be 6'1" yesterday. Short guards, they gotta be able to shoot these high floaters over the guys like Wemby and Gobert and all of that. So I think that was strategic on his part to show the NBA that I have that move. I'm comfortable with that move, and I'm ready to use it. It's one of the things that made Trae Young so special in this league, is his ability to get that off consistently. And so that's the thing, you know, and his athleticism is real, man. Bronny's athleticism is absolutely real. He's just a miniature LeBron James. That's all. And I'm not sure he doesn't go on a little bit of a growth spurt. And I'm not sure he doesn't. The kid is what, 20 years old? He might have another inch or two in him. He might. His dad is what, 6'8", 6'9", Bron is? So I wouldn't rule him out from having a somewhat of a growth spurt. I'm not expecting him to get to 6'8" or nothing like that, but could he get to 6'2", 6'3"? Yeah, I think he can get to 6'2", 6'3", as to which they'll measure him out to be like 6'5". So, you know, I hope he does. I hope he does for what he's trying to accomplish in this league. But even if he doesn't get much bigger, he'll be strong. And when it's time for him to guard other guys his size, he should be very comparable in being able to keep up with these little tiny guards. So when you consider, you know, we need to be able to guard De'Aaron Fox, we need to be able to guard little guys, Kason Wallace as he gets older, you're going to want a guy like Bronny James on your team to put on those dudes who can keep up with him in foot speed wise. And that's a real thing for the Lakers. So it's not just that LeBron James' son is coming into the league. It's his piece that I think can be helpful, man. An athletic guard who plays defense, who can shoot the ball pretty well. I think he shot very well yesterday in the combine, on top of all the other stuff that was tested very well for him. I think that, you know, that's what I've been telling people about the kid for the longest, is that he shoots better than what he was able to show in college. That his jump shot is not deficient, that he is a two-way player. So, you know, once you get him next to his dad, we start seeing if he has the brains of the Bron, you know what I mean? That's really part of it. It makes his dad so incredible, is how intelligent he is. We'll see if that kid has some of that in his game, how much of that comes naturally to him. And I'm excited about the young kid's future, man. I think he's going to spend some time in the G League. I think he's going to have have to earn his team, earn his way onto the squad. I don't think it's going to be as simple as him just doing what his dad did, coming in and dominating. It's not his path, but can he turn into something? I believe he can. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. Don't be surprised if somebody does an incredible reach. I wouldn't suggest it, but I think it's possible. And we're going to prepare ourselves for something like that. So that's pretty much what I got to say. My name is BDF44. I thank y'all for watching.